All right, everyone. Thank you for clicking on this video. I'm going to pretty much stream it. It's the fastest way to get the word out there. So first of all, I have a big confession to make. I think that based on my video for Unbreakable, the talent, I think I may have been looking at everything the very wrong way or intentionally in a specific direction. I got tunnel visioned. And so when I made the video, I talked about how it was a wasted opportunity because I felt like the developers will probably use this as some kind of, I would say, talent or means to start introducing some kind of a tank meta or a tank build within the game that will be viable. But then you look at armor scaling, you look at all those things, and then you find out that this is probably not the talent that would do it. Plus, I also overlooked the fact that they were looking at this talent maybe in the development that this would be something like Nomad. So when I made this video, you guys gave some really solid feedback. And in the beginning of my video, I also said, if you guys have any other ideas or if you have any way that you're building with Unbreakable, please share with me. And so you guys went ahead and shared a whole ton of information with me. I mean, here in the comment section alone, some guys went ahead as to paste, pretty much all their builds, details, and made sure that I have had all the information. And some people even use Bloodlust, and some people use Bloodsucker, and I got all kinds of fun stuff. Some guys even somebody sent me a link to Division Builder. I don't remember who you are, but this is your build, so you'll know when you see it. So I've been studying and poring over all these builds, and even what you guys have in the comment section, talking about how you build with your character, the numbers that you run, how it's possible. In fact, the Dark Hand of Lee, he's also a content creator here on YouTube. He went live stream and showed me his build. Like, I clicked on the live stream feed and he was just showing me pretty much everything about his build and actually ran some missions with it. And I thought that was a good service. Thank you so much. I could have watched the whole thing, but we were watching the weather where I live. There were some storms here and there, so I was watching with one eye and watching your video with one eye. But I'll go back and review your pieces and also take time to follow that pattern. Also, Dr. Luke also sent me a Twitter screenshot, like a short clip as well. And somebody else sent me another picture where they were running with a shotgun and a shield build. I cannot find your comment on here. I was looking and poring over because I looked at it on my phone, and now I can't find the darn thing anymore. So with all that in place, all that in perspective, I went ahead and said, you know what, let me get my second character and let me see if I can rebuild something as quickly as I possibly can and see how well it does. And I'll put my own spin on it, but you guys pretty much have guided everything. In fact, let me show you guys another build that was sent to me by somebody else, C Breezer on Discord. So he sent me screenshots of all the details, the pieces he was running, and this kind of gave me an idea. So C Breezer is his name. He's here on the Gaming Daddy Discord. And one thing I realized was the way he ran his build, he wasn't necessarily concerned about what the talents may be. He already is able to stack a lot of weapon damage, I'm guessing, because if you look from his charts here, from his character sheet, he's able to stack about 35,000 for his LMG. So that already gives him a raw damage build, and that actually is going to definitely be doing well. Plus, he can stay alive with all of that health and all of that armor. So it was his build that really inspired me to kind of say, okay, I don't have all the pieces, because every other person, I was reading their comments and they were like, oh man, if you have these pieces, you can do this kind of damage and you can do all of this stuff. But I didn't really have all those pieces. So I went ahead and started doing that. He even has about 60% damage to elites, which I am sure is from the mask. And so I started to follow that pattern. And that's where you see that I already now have my own build ready to go for now. And this character is still trying to get to World Tier 5. This character is on World Tier 4. And so I don't really have a good picture of what the build looks like. But I've been able to come up with 2 True Patriots, some Gila, and a Fenris, because I wanted to run an assault rifle headshot damage build, because headshot damage multiplies like crazy. And I've started to see some gains and some benefits. Even in playing some of the World Tier 5 content, my build actually does very well. Now, you might see my gear score is low. It's not a reflection of what's going on. This mask is not the greatest mask in the world. I could switch to a better mask, but this one just happened to be where I like it. 11,000 health, some damage to elites. I can do something here with some more health and get a better gear score if I wanted to, raise my gear score and all that stuff. But that wasn't necessarily my point. My point was to see how well this build does. And I'm just going to say that I'm quite impressed, which is crazy. 24 hours ago, I was mad at this build because I was dreaming about the Division 1. You know, in the Division 1, when we used to stack 6,000 armor to our stamina, it was for us to be able to build our D3 gear sets. And so I was coming to this with that mindset. And I guess I totally missed the fact that this brand set talent is actually pretty good. In fact, I'm missing one more defensive mod here. And that's because this character doesn't even have enough defensive mods for me to be able to slot one in here for my build to continue to get more tanky, get more health, get a lot more of that stuff. And I'm losing health on this, you know, on these gloves, but I do have precise. And so I'm going for the headshot damage factor. I don't have weapon damage on my holster. I don't have damage to elites, which is one of the nice things that you can have on my knee pads. I could also run this, these knee pads here, but I'm going to lose out on some, of the stamina mods or whatever. But, you know, at the same time, I could put this here and I could go slot that missing piece that I told you guys of just now, and I can make the build something. So the build is not complete, but I'm actually, you know, my mind has changed about the whole Unbreakable, and I see its value. In fact, somebody said something that made me go, no, that's just crazy. Somebody said, I don't even, on the comment section of my video, they said, I don't even raid without this, you know, talent. And I'm like, what? And so it's when they said, oh, the raid, that's when I said, okay, if people are using these for their raid builds, I have to see exactly what's going on. And so I went ahead, I got it. It's actually a nice talent to have. I just wish they could have done much more with it. And I think that's what I should have explained in my video yesterday, is that I wish that they could have done much more with a build like this. Look, if you even look at my chest piece, I don't even have weapon damage. You know, I don't have the rolls that I actually do want right now. Ideally, I'll take, you know, headshot damage here somewhere if I can. If not, I'll have to swap to this chest piece over here and then roll that and roll away Berserk currently. So there are ways to go with this, and I'm looking at you guys' builds, I'm looking at everybody else's builds, and I'm just really excited that you guys shared this data with me. Some of you were like, calm down, no need to be upset, because I really was. I just felt like Massive missed out on such a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to run the shields. And somebody actually sent me a build where they run the shields. They're actually running a lot of the electronics mod, and that probably gets them some shield. And they're running the Sweet Dreams, which is a shotgun that they're probably, I don't know how exactly they're using it. Please, if you're the person who sent me that build variation, please send it to me again on the Discord. The link is going to be in the description below. And I really would love to see that build, because I have the Sweet Dreams and I want to run a shield build. I just felt like, you know, it was just annoying that you couldn't run a good shield build currently. And maybe I'm just running it all wrong. You know, my head is all over the place. I got to make videos. And so maybe I'm not thinking clearly about that track of building. And so I would just say, you know, show a brother some, you know, some love and help me out with how this thing really works. But that's all I wanted to put out there. I wanted to quickly clear things up and just say my initial reaction was that I wanted this whole talent to do one particular thing in the way that we've all done it in the good old Division 1 days. You know, look at all this stamina. If you had something like this, you know, you might as well just go be a tank. And so I was thinking about it in that sense. But if you look again and see how much of your reds or how much of your electronics you can get, I don't think it would have been balanced. And so, you know, I just have to say I was probably too harsh with the developers yesterday. I know that they're human beings, and I know that they're dads like most of us, and I know that they're husbands, and I know that they have responsibilities. And so I didn't mean to be super, you know, scathing in my remarks. I just felt a wave of frustration because they've changed this game so much. Sorry, that's my phone. and I thought that, you know, somehow we could hold on to some of the strings from the last game. And so here we are. We have a new game. I guess we just adapt and go with it. I still like the Division 2. Don't go out there thinking, oh no, he doesn't. I enjoy the game. I still grind. I still play. I have just as many hours as some of the, you know, the big old players here on the platform. And so I really appreciate you guys. I guess that's where it really comes down to. I really appreciate y'all for sharing your build ideas and kind of pointing me in a different direction to kind of take a look at things from a different place. So that really helped out. So I got to get out of here. I guess you guys can leave comments. Let me know exactly what you think. If you want raid groups, you can come in the Discord server. There are PS4, Xbox One, and PC groups. People will be happy to join your raid groups if they're available to play. Let me also know if you have any other build ideas with your Unbreakable builds right now. Some people say to use Bloodsucker, whatever, leave it all there. My job is to research and see which is the best for me in that sense. So I'm going to get out of your hair. Thank you once again for your time and audience, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace.